Okay, everyone, we're having these technical issues, but we're back. Thank you very much, Karen, for coping with all the situation. But we were in the middle of you sharing one of your accomplishments. One of the accomplishments that being a single parent and going through so many struggles, and now looking at you with your three beautiful ladies, your daughters. Would you be able to share with us one of those big accomplishments where you could see yourself back in the day and you would never think that now you actually are where you're at, and it's that if you were to leave it again, it would be so much worth what you went through back in the
Yeah.
day.
So what comes to mind is the day when I just felt like everything that me and the girls had gone through was just so very well worth it. You know, yes, we struggled, but where we're at now, is all the steps we had to take, all the things we had to endure. Um, so the girls always enjoy sports.
Oh, okay.
They enjoy sports. This what comes to mind is when they were little, we would go to Dodgers games. I wanted them to be able to experience that. I experienced it. I wanted them to experience it too.
Nice.
So being able to take them to do that, at that time, I would look for tickets that were the least expensive. So I think what I had found was the least expensive tickets was up in the nosebleeds. And the girls would tell me, how, Mom, it's so scary up here. Where it feels like we're going to fall.
Oh my God, I could
And
imagine.
and they said we can't stand up, we can't stand up. It's too scary. But a couple years ago, we were able to go to the Dodgers games again, and one of my daughters turned to me and says, "Mom, do you remember how years ago we started up there?" And she says, "Look at us now.
Wow.
We were
Amazing.
we were sitting behind third base, just rows away." And at that very moment, that's when I knew everything that I went through, everything that we went through, it was all very well worth it, you
Yeah.
know? And knowing that they appreciate and that they too remember the struggles, and knowing where we were and where we're at now, it was just very important to me. It really meant so much that they just really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is one of the memories that it stands out, and so let me just do share that when she actually shared when she shared that story with me, I almost broke down because it really made me emotional to think that that is what sometimes life is.
Mm-hmm.
We start off some in a place where it's an unknown place with a lot of struggle, fears, not knowing what's going to happen the next following day. But it's like you took a leap of faith and you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You didn't look back. You were the role model of your children. Now you have three beautiful, beautiful girls.
Thank
And
you.
by the way, they all look like sisters. They all look like sisters. And now seeing yourself and now looking back and seeing them, how they are have grown and developed, and they're so career minded, and they're
Mm-hmm.
so uh, noble, charismatic. They're very beautiful. One of the questions that I would ask is, if you were to go back and try to change something in the long of your journey as a single parent, what would you change or what you wouldn't change?
That's a hard question, because if I went back and if I had wanted to do this sooner, I wouldn't have all three of my girls.
Mm,
You
okay.
know, And to me, my three girls are everything, so I can't say that I would go back and change anything, just because if I changed anything, then our stories may have been different, but that would have meant that not all of us would have been here where we are now. And I think, to me, my three girls are the most precious things.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I wouldn't change anything. It was hard at first, but I think in the end, it was all very worth it. I think we made the right decision, even though at that time it didn't feel like it was.
Yes.
Looking back now, I think it was.
And thank you so much again for sharing. I always tend to say thank you very much, and I really mean it. Just to kind of conclude this episode, and I truly, truly appreciate you. I would like for you to share with us or provide a message to the